This was an interesting week on our print-on-demand store as our sales went up about 8%, yet somehow our profit dropped by about 20%. Coming off of really strong sales last week, our store seemed like it was in a prime position to continue to grow. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how our sales went up while profit somehow went down, and the one mistake that, had I avoided it, would have saved me a lot of money, so you can look out for it in your business too. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share our exact P&L breakdown with you so you can see how much money we're taking home at the end of the day off of just under 33 grand in sales. So in our dashboard for our print-on-demand store, where we're selling t-shirts fulfilled by Printify, and we started the store back on July 1st. This past week, we did $32,954.12 in sales. Sales were relatively consistent throughout the week, doing $5 grand on Monday, $4,600 on Tuesday, dipped down to $4,000 on Wednesday, and shot back up to $4,200 on Thursday, $4 grand on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were both really strong, doing over 10K. Our challenge update, our total counter as of today is up to $192,000 in sales. And if you're new to the channel, our goal for this store is to get it from 0 to 7 figures in under 12 months. And we did this getting started with no products, no brand, nothing, completely from scratch. We've been showing the whole thing along the way. A few important things to note about this past week are, number one, our conversion rate took a massive hit. It was down 24% from the previous week. And whenever that happens, it's important to not just look at the overall conversion rate, but look at the specific conversion rates within it. Specifically, the add to cart rate in this case dropped by 17%, which this is the number of people who view our products and then decide to add to cart. So if this doesn't happen, it affects the rest of the checkout flow and ultimately impacts the conversion rate. And the reason that's important to point out is that if it was just our, say, sessions converted was down 17%, but our add to cart rate and initiate checkout remain the same, then we would know that there's something drastically wrong with like our cart or our payment methods, something that's specific to this step in the funnel. But because we see a drastic drop at the top of the funnel, we know that it's something overall with the site. It's not specific to the cart or the checkout process. And a $1 million lesson that took me a long time to learn is that the biggest impactor of your add to cart rate when it's oscillating like this, assuming you had a good add to cart rate originally, is your ads and your ad optimization. So more on that in a second when we look at the ad account. But going through the rest of the metrics, our average order value remained relatively consistent at just under 43 bucks. We had far fewer returning customers. Only 4.3% of our sales came from returners. And another clue to what may have gone wrong is that our sessions increased dramatically, which sounds like a good thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing when our conversion rate dropped by a similar amount. So our sessions went up by 22%, but our conversion rate dropped by 24%, meaning that we were spending more for this traffic, assuming we didn't have some organic traffic, but then we were converting an equally less amount of that. So paying more and getting the same in return. On the ad side, we spent $8,637.78 at a ROAS of 3.16, which is really strong. It's down slightly from the previous week, but still really good numbers. Our cost per click is remaining consistent. And overall, things are relatively good on the ad side. So far, everything seems pretty good. Sales were up, ad performance was still consistent, something going on with the conversion rate, but overall, it looks like we're in a pretty decent spot. So the question is, what happened? Why did our profit drop by about 25% compared to the previous week? I'm excited to share this with you because it's a really valuable lesson that often gets overlooked when it comes to starting a print-on-demand business or just any business in general, and that is that your business is far more than just your acquisition and marketing and sales. It is about the fulfillment, the back end, and how good you are at keeping every dollar that you earn. It's almost more so about that. If you have a great product that you fulfill consistently and your customers are happy and you're good with your finances and accounting, then the rest takes care of itself. Not quite, but I would much rather have a business that is solid foundationally than one that is built on a bed of sand but is a rock star at marketing. Like, I would take a rock star foundation rather than rock star marketer any day of the week. But I want to play a little game, and I'm going to read through our P&L, all of our expenses and our sales from this past week, and I want to see if you can spot the error. Like, where's the problem? Where's the money going? All right, so starting from the top, our sales were $36,483.05. But then you immediately knock off the discounts and refunds, which totaled $3,620.79. And that brings us down to the number we were looking at before. And then for our Printify or product fulfillment expenses, we paid $16,625.13. For our merchant fees, it was $1,333.85. We spent $8,625.71 on our Facebook ads and $159.58 on Google advertising. Our overhead has remained the same. We haven't signed up for any new softwares or anything, and it comes out to $583.33, which brings us to our total profit of $5,534.66 for the week. But then we do luckily have our 2% cash back, which is about $499, and our Printify rebate of 5%, which is about another $550. So adding those two in, it gives us about $6,500 in profit. Definitely not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not scoffing at this by any means. The bigger concern for me is that as our sales went up, our profit went down. And if that trend continues, it could be extremely dangerous for us in the future. Luckily, we run our financials, our balance sheet, and P&L every single day, which gives us a really good granular view of where things are at, and we're able to find things like this. So without further ado, see if you were able to spot the problem. The problem is in the Printify charge. Now, without even knowing like what the individual itemized amounts were, a quick back of the napkin math that you can do is the Printify cost of goods divided by the total sales after discounts and refunds. What that number is. We typically want to be in the 40 to 42% range. I think last week we were like 43%, but this past week we were just under 50%, which when we're that high, that means that one out of every dollar we're making is going immediately to Printify, which is just way too high. And that's why, even though we had strong ad performances, we were around the same, just under a 4. It can quickly erode your profit faster than anything else. Now the question is, what led to our Printify charge being so much higher than the previous week? And there's always some variance, like if we had a couple more refunds or shipped out new products to customers day to day, stuff like that's going to happen. But a significant jump like this should not happen. And the reason it did, that we found after running our financials, was that our ads had started serving more and more to international customers, which was fine. We had been fulfilling those orders before, but the problem now that we hadn't caught on to yet was that there were a lot of out of stocks happening with our international printers within Printify, and they were being automatically rerouted to our US printer, which say, okay, fine, it might just cost a little bit extra in shipping, but that's not the only thing. It costs dramatically more in shipping, but the other piece is that the VAT tax, basically like sales tax for international orders, is 20%. And so when the shipping cost goes up, and that's charged on the shipping cost as well as the product cost. So when the shipping cost goes from, say, $6 to $16 per order, it's not just that $10 jump, it's then an extra $2 tacked on top of it for the VAT charge. And you might say, okay, that's an extra $12, no big deal. But then when our average order value is only $45, that $10 to $12 jump eats up a massive portion of the profits. In all likelihood, we took a loss on just about all of those orders, and our only saving grace was that we still had a decent amount of US traffic, and we had some orders internationally that were still able to be fulfilled by their normal printers. So it's like a very minor detail that will never get any airtime on most YouTube videos because it's not like a fun topic, but it is these types of topics that can lead to the greatest financial losses and gains if you're aware of them. And what we're doing about this moving forward in the future so that this never happens again is we've documented the problem, created an SOP that we just use Google Docs, just write out exactly how our orders should be checked on a daily basis, and then a member of our team, who's amazing, goes through and checks every single order, international order, every night before it's submitted to Printify. And to help out with that process, I set up a it's like Zapier automation where it automatically pulls in all of the details from Shopify into a spreadsheet. So they're able to just quickly check and make sure that they've all been rerouted properly, and they note like the cost and the rerouting cost, basically make sure that all the numbers are good for every international order. We're okay with the amount that we're going to be charged, and if there's anything out of the ordinary, then they'll flag the order for us to check when we wake up. So that was our lesson for the week. I hope you found it useful as I did. I'm certainly going to make sure that this never happens again. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Has anybody dealt with something similar to this? And other than that, if you have any other questions or things that I can help you with, happy to be of service. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.